Hey guys, welcome to Yugioh Dueling Corner. We're here at 2013 Nationals. I'm here with Underworld6667. Also, his name is Dan. So, did you play in the main event?
I did not play in the main event. I did not want to play 12 rounds just to lose. I'm not a competitive player. I'm more of a buy your binder for nothing and then sell it up in Canada for a lot.
And you buy binders if the people message you on YouTube?
Very recently, a lot of people message me on YouTube and they tell me to check out a binder. They don't tell me a price, and it's very difficult to do that kind of thing because I don't know where they stand.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're trying to get for it. I don't know if they're quitting. I don't know if I'm even going to get the stuff.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I'd rather buy it face to face than buy it over YouTube. It's just a lot of hassle, and the shipping is just retarded.
Yeah.
Into Canada, I mean, your cross-border shipping, it's very difficult.
Because you're from Toronto.
Exactly.
And you drove here?
Yeah, we drove here freaking 10 hours. We had a nice stop at Denny's and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we love going to like Denny's. That's like one of our guaranteed things we have to do. Anytime we go on a trip, you have to stop at like 2 o'clock in the morning at Denny's and have breakfast.
Do you not have Denny's in Canada?
We do have Denny's in Canada. It's just
tradition.
A traditional thing that we always do when we like take a trip.
So you drove up here 8 hours.
Yeah, it was 8 hours with stops. Came out to about 10 hours. I mean, just coming across, it's not that bad of a drive because I mean, once we get across the border, you guys have a higher speed limit. Like clearer roads, people know to get the fuck into the right lane rather than staying in like 90 different lanes. I mean, in Canada, it's like there's no fast lane, there's no slow lane. It's just everyone just travels whatever the hell speed they want in whatever place they want.
How did Nationals go for you?
Nationals went well for buying. A lot of people are not happy with the format, not happy with the game. They don't like losing to Prophecy and Dragons, I guess. I mean, it's not that difficult to decide and do that kind of thing for the actual matchup. I mean, with Dolce's top, so we got like, a nice interview with them.
Yeah. If you want to go see that interview, go check it out. It's on his channel. I can link the annotations to his channel.
To be honest, a lot of people were getting deck profiles, that kind of stuff. I didn't think it was necessary. I mean, not a lot of people wanted to actually see Dragons and Prophecy deck profiles.
It's the same thing over and over.
And let's face it, the next event that's coming up, which would be either Worlds, where it wouldn't matter, or SJC Toronto, which will be in a new format. So I mean, when
is SJC Toronto?
It's always the second weekend in September.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty consistent.
Yeah, well, it's been there for like the past, I think, 3 years. So,
okay.
I mean, I don't doubt that they're going to do the same thing this year. But I mean, the fact is that we've been getting a lot more people playing. I mean, Konami does a really good job with actually getting people interested in the game. A lot of people say that they have a lot of problems and they print things crazy and so on and so forth. But I mean, I've seen way more attendance at an actual event than I have ever seen in all my years of doing this shit.
So did you end up making your money back through the trip? Because it's rather expensive from down here.
It was extremely expensive. I'm looking at like $1,000 plus for a hotel, plus parking, plus gas, plus everything. Luckily, I have my business on the side, so it's like it evens out pretty quick. I mean, when I pick up binders for as low as I can pick them up here, it's a lot easier. Because I mean, I can even go to a vendor, and if he's got decent like discount prices, I mean, I can pick it up from there and then bring it up to Canada and sell it real quick.
You make a lot of money that way?
It's when I buy from vendors, it's always nickel and dime, so I do select a lot of stuff. But I mean, I pick up binders that are filled with like nothing.
Just random stuff.
And it's random stuff that I will be able to sell eventually.
I mean, you're sitting on like 5 binders over there.
I got 5 binders in here. 5 binders here. I got another about 4 binders at the hotel, plus a couple boxes, plus all the binders in here.
Wow.
All the binders in here.
And that's all from this weekend.
All come here. Like with me. So everything else is from the weekend. I mean, I even bought some guy's bag. He wanted me to sell like 3 binders in this big fucking thick binder. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna sell it all to you. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to carry this. You have to sell me your bag. And I think I threw in like $10 for his bag. And he's like, what the fuck am I supposed to carry? I'm like, not my problem. I shoved like so many binders in there, and I'm like, dipped.
So did you play in side events?
I played in side events. I got a 3v3 and a Winamat. Unfortunately, I didn't do as well as I would hope. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I like playing the game. Like I said, I'm not competitive, so I like playing decks that are kind of not top tier.
Yeah.
Because it's just boring. I mean, I don't want to discard my hand and then play Super Rejuvenation and then draw my hand.
It's broken.
Or just keep playing Spellbook, 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 and then yeah, it's not fun playing meta decks.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that a lot more people don't play meta decks and play what the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people, I talk and I'm like, oh, what's your favorite deck? And they're like, oh, I love Madolches, or I love this, or I love that. And I'm like, oh, so you're playing it? Do you have a good build? And they're like, no, I'm playing Spellbooks. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, why?
Yeah.
Why do you want to do that? I mean, we had a Madolche player, top 32.
Yeah.
And he loves that deck, and that's why he played it. He's been playing it for a while. He got good at the deck. It's not going to be touched by the ban list. I don't see it happening. So I don't understand why they can't, like, play what you want to play.
Yeah. More diversity is nice.
Diversity is good,
yeah,
but bad at the same time. I mean,
those random decks will catch you off guard.
Exactly. I like to be able to tell what I'm going to be playing, but I also don't like to know what I'm playing. Because I'm like, yeah, you're going to discard your Super Dragons and make your Dracosack and fuck off. Honestly, I don't want to play this anymore.
It's not fun when you know what they're going to do.
Exactly. And it's the same fucking 5 cards that you see all the time, so it gets a little bit tedious.
Just a couple more questions. When did you start YouTube?
I started YouTube, man, like 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I don't even remember.
What got you started?
Waffles, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Vlad and I attended an Anime North convention. It's one of the biggest anime. Well, I think it is the biggest anime convention in Canada. And he was making a vlog and a video about different cards and the different costumes and all that kind of stuff, right? And then I'm like, okay, well, why are you doing this? And he's like, well, there's tons of people who actually make videos. And I'm like, okay, well, let me take a look at what these people have. And I'm like, these people know fuck all. And you get so many YouTubers telling you, oh, this is how to make money in Yu-Gi-Oh! And all you need to do is buy low and sell high. And I'm like, that's not all you need to do.
Yeah.
It's not just so easy.
Yeah.
And you get so many people coming up to you and like, they want to be vendors and buy it like half price, but they only buy one card.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're not going to buy half price of one card.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make sense. You buy
everything.
A binder, $500, throw it down on the table. That's how you buy binders. But I said to myself, you know what? I could demolish every single one of these people about how to buy, trade, sell, inform them on card prices and reprints and all that kind of stuff. And it started out really, really hard and heavy, where I was talking to people about stuff that wouldn't even thought of happening.
Yeah. And
it became very easy, but then a lot of people started picking up on the same sort of sites and information, all that kind of stuff, so it became a little bit more difficult. So I swapped it over and I started teaching people how vendors work, how vendors actually buy, all that kind of stuff. And then I started showing actually what I do, because a lot of people were like, oh yeah, you can say this, but you don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm like, I sincerely know what I'm talking about. Here are my collections. And I show them collections. And I don't know, people on YouTube assume that you're automatically trolling them if they see it and they believe it's too good to be true, which is kind of sad. But my whole thing is if you think, if you've ever actually organized your binder and actually sleeved all this shit, you understand how long it takes. And if you actually think that I'm taking the time and effort to sleeve all this stuff out of my own personal collection, you must think I have all the time in the fucking world.
Do you sell online?
I sort of sell online. I prefer to do it like through YouTube and buy and sell through YouTube. I don't get charged fees.
It's a lot cheaper.
The taxes aren't there. I mean, we have like crazy bullshit taxes in Canada, right? That's why all of our stuff's more expensive. But and the seller's fees and all that kind of stuff, it adds up and like just takes chunks away from your profit. I prefer face-to-face selling because it's more personal. I mean, I've been a salesperson for years, and doing things over YouTube, you don't know if the person's reading your messages or dead in the water. You know what I mean? The amount of people who are like, oh, I want this card, and then you make the deal, and then all of a sudden, like, you're just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And then you're like, well, I guess I don't need to save this card anymore. It was a big, huge waste of time. It gets very, very tedious and boring.
Did you ever think you'd be 3 years ago today as big as you are?
not to sound cocky or anything, but yeah, I kind of figured that I would be as big as I am now.
Because you saw that no one was doing those videos, and you saw a niche
Exactly.
for you.
Like I've always been sort of a loudmouth. I mean, if you've met me in real life, you know. And I've always been sort of like a guy who wants to be on camera and be the center of attention,
Yeah.
which is exactly what I wanted out of YouTube. And I mean, it's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. It's a lot of working with people and doing collaborations and all that kind of stuff. I mean, my biggest collab was when Waffle sold his channel to Pause Joker, and then Pause Joker was offering for people to put up their videos. I put up my video there.
Yeah.
And I made sure that it was like the best video that I could possibly do at the time. And it got me like thousands of subs right off the bat. And I'm like, okay, well, if somebody wants to do that with my channel, now that I have that sort of established thing,
Yeah.
no problem. But the problem is when people send me videos, they're shit.
They're not high quality,
Like,
and
it's not even high quality.
The content.
There's no content. There's no funniness. My subscribers would eat you alive.
Yeah.
You know, like you're stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I had this issue with Blitz Hits from like a million years ago, where he's just an idiot. Like, you want me to post this up on my channel, and you're an idiot.
Like, it has to meet your standards to get uploaded.
I mean, my standards are not extremely high.
Yeah.
But they're not. I don't expect my subscribers to watch shit.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to have something to catch them, not a bullshit video where you're like umming and ahhing the whole time.
Yeah.
It's very annoying for me. Like, I hate watching dual videos. I hate watching deck profiles, unless I actually legitimately like the person and what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, when I do deck profiles, I only tend to upload ones that are actually decent. I mean, I did a deck profile on some gadget guy, and he explained that Monster Reborn was able to be to target your opponent's monsters and your own. And Dark Hole cleared the field, and Heavy Storm destroyed back rows. I'm like, you want me to upload this video?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, like, he talked for 14 minutes about gadgets. I'm like, how the fuck do you talk for 14 minutes?
It's a long time.
This one searches this one, this one searches this one. That's how the deck works.
Yeah.
Why do you need explanation?
Yeah, it's a long time.
Well, whatever, you know what I mean? You can't force people to understand how to talk on camera. You just have to sort of be born with it.
Is there any other shout-outs you want?
Shout out to Underworld6667, the greatest YouTuber ever. Subscribe to this guy if you haven't already. Not really. I mean, there's so many people in the community that are good and good quality videos, like Slim, Kiko, Robbie. All the big name YouTubers, there's a reason why they're big.
Yeah.
And that's because they have good content. If you want to start this kind of stuff, you have to be able to bring it, because I mean, you're competing against all of us.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to bring it, don't bring it at all.
Yeah.
You know,
The time, the dedication, the money, like, it's not cheap.
What it is. I mean, if you want to edit a video, I mean, D, Silent Enigma, myself, you got to edit your videos. That's just the way it works.
Well, thanks for the interview.
Thank you.
Like always, comment, rate, and subscribe, and have a good day.